Tema 7121, vamos a ver las diferencias de las funciones externas e internas de las computadoras portátiles. En este video vamos a observar cuáles son esas características, esas diferencias.
Hello everyone. It seems that the world of IT is now focused on efficiency and convenience. Across the globe we have laptops being sold more than desktops. IT professionals and the consumer want to be mobile. They want to be able to work whenever and wherever they choose without being tied to a desk or cubicle. Both desktop computers and laptops have a lot of the same hardware features in common, but their placement is very different. So let's look at the external features that are unique to laptops. To start, we will take a look at the front of a laptop. For my laptop in particular, what we can see here are the LED lights. And these LED lights we'll take a look at and discuss in a later video. But right at the middle front of the laptop, mine has a locking mechanism for the lid. It's just a basic lever. I can close the laptop and it locks the lid closed. It protects the keyboard and the screen. Below that on my laptop, I have a secure digital multimedia card reader. You can use this for your camera cards and other devices. Besides the front of the laptop, we're going to take a look at the side. And this is one of the most important items in my book. It's called the ventilation grill. The ventilation grill is extremely important as it allows our laptops to eject hot air when the internal fan turns on to cool it. This process allows our laptop to function. As our laptops get smaller and thinner, it is more difficult to keep the components inside at a consistent and cool temperature. Remember, we've got a CPU, RAM, hard drive, and a graphics card that generate heat as it operates. And this heat has to be expelled to bring in cool air and pass it over the laptop components. So we want to keep these ventilation grills clean to promote good airflow. Next, we have two USB 2.0 ports. Here we can connect webcams, mice, external keyboards, flash drives, and more. Next to that, we also have a FireWire port. This is an older standard FireWire 1394A that allows 400 megs per second of speed. There's many different FireWire standards. To the right of that, I have my microphone port. I can plug in an external mic here. I have my headphone jack. I can plug in external speakers or headphones. And above that, I have a PC card slot. You're able to push in and pop out the plastic protector, and you can put in a PC card of your choice. I'll slide that back in there and take a look at another side of the laptop. So let's go to the back of the laptop. On the back of the laptop, the first thing that we're going to find is on the far left side here. Now it might be in a different location on yours, but this is called the security keyhole slot. This is special. It's a hard point on the laptop where you can connect a security cable and secure this laptop down to a desk. This is extremely helpful if you're traveling and or using your laptop in an unsecure area. Now it's not a foolproof way to secure your laptop, it's just a convenient method to provide a deterrent to would-be thieves. On the other side of my laptop here, I actually have a couple different ports. Here is where I have my power port. This is where you're going to plug in your power adapter that goes into the wall. To the right of that, I have an S-video port. And to the right of that, I have a VGA monitor port. I can hook it to an external VGA monitor. Lastly, on this side, we can take a look and see that I have a DVD-RW drive. We can use this with our optical discs. I have another USB 2.0 port. I've got my Ethernet network jack. And I've got my RJ11 phone jack. I can connect that and get access for something like a modem. Now, before we close it up, it will be important for us to take a look at the bottom of our laptop. On the bottom of our laptop, we have a couple of different items. Let me place it down. So on the bottom of the laptop, you can see that we have a battery that's flushly connected in. We've got our locking lever and release in order to actually pop that battery out as we want to and put a new battery in. Now it is possible to have an AC adapter plugged into your laptop without the battery. It'll be running just like a desktop computer, but you lose all your mobility. So that's why we love to have laptop batteries that hold a charge and work. Below the batteries, I actually have this port here. This is for my docking station. We'll talk about docking stations in another video, but that's what we would use with this power connector to plug it into a docking station. Now besides talking that, we have these screws here with these compartments. These compartments are special because inside of here we have accessible items that we can work on with this laptop. For example, in this compartment, you'd be able to find that we have our RAM, our random access memory. Over here we have the wireless card, which you could replace on this laptop. And replace it rather easily, actually. Down below over here, this is where the hard drive is if you'd want to replace that. All these components are available because of this easy access component panels. Now we see all these grills here just like we saw on this side. These are ventilation grills like we discussed earlier. Over here is where the actual fan is that's going to be sucking in air from the bottom of the laptop and ejecting it out the side over here. Now on some laptops you may find other slots on the bottom of the laptop. But take a look at the laptop you have nearby and also do some research on what exists on the internet. There's many more ports and connectors than even this laptop has, and also some of the new laptops may not have some of the ports that we discussed. So thanks for watching, and go and explore.
Bien, hemos visto algo muy interesante que es las estructuras
Hello,
y las
everyone.
formas con las que vamos a estar trabajando con, en este caso con las computadoras portátiles. Ahora vamos a ver otro video de explicación de los dispositivos también aquí, en este caso de las computadoras portátiles.
Hello everyone, let's look at the common input devices and some LEDs that we may find on an open laptop. So we'll take a look at these everyday essentials, shall we? I'll open up my laptop, and the first thing we'll take a look at is here at the top of my screen. Like, well, something's wrong. What's missing? Well, what's missing at the top of my screen on my laptop is I don't have a video input device, which is a webcam. I also don't have an audio input device, which would be a microphone. But up here, what is at the top of my laptop screen is antenna for my wireless network card. These wireless network cards, you'll usually find them down below underneath your keyboard, and they'll be attached to your motherboard somewhere under here. Those wires from that wireless network card will go up the side of that display into the top, like I had showed you. So that's the common item. So when your laptop lid is open, you'll have a good wireless signal. Now, to continue on, we've got this touchpad. And our touchpad is where we can, of course, move our cursor. This is an input device for your mouse. We have our left click, our right click, and look at these lines. This is called the scroll zone. With the scroll zone, it's just like being able to scroll up and down with a mouse wheel on an external mouse. I can scroll up and down on web pages and things like docs. Now, continuing onwards, we want to take a look at some of these keys here and what we have and don't have. The first thing you'll notice is I don't have a 10-key keypad attached on the right side of my laptop. Some of our larger laptops will have a 0 through 9 10-key keypad. For mine, they're actually built in to my normal keys. For example, if I were to hold the function key, I could then press 7, 8, or 9, and it will do, in blue, 7, 8, 9. Also, we can see that J is 1, K is 2, L is 3, and so on. That's my keypad. It's integrated into my current keyboard when I hold down that function key. As we continue on and talk more about the function keys, we'll zoom in a little bit and go to the top. At the top of my keyboard, we'll see that I can hold the function key and use F3. F3 is the moon, which is the sleep symbol that will put my computer to sleep. F4 is going to send my display to an external output or mirror what's on my laptop display to an external output. Think connecting to a projector or an external monitor. With function in F8, which is a battery, I can actually see my battery status on the screen. Function F9, that's going to turn down my screen brightness, helps me save battery life. F10 will increase my screen brightness, we need better visibility. F11 is going to control your ambient light sensor. You can turn it on or off. The ambient light sensor allows your screen to automatically display what it thinks is best for the room conditions you're in. On the top right side, we've got our number lock, break, and we've got two more keys here, print screen and system RQ. Really top right, which you'll notice here, is a little microphone symbol. This is actually my audio in. My laptop does have an integrated mic, which is right there. Besides those function keys, what I'd like to show you is the keys at the top of the laptop. These keys are special. They're going to be based off of the type of laptop that you've purchased, and these are known as capacitive. It's capacitive touch. because when I press on that audio button, it's going to automatically mute. Now it's capacitive. It doesn't push down like a key on a keyboard. It just senses your touch. This is a scroll capacitive touch for audio volume level. Scrolling to the right will increase volume. Scrolling to the left will decrease. On the far left, I have customizable buttons. I have an info button that I can set in software on my computer. Then I've got a presenter button that I can set in software. The presenter button is different than function F4. The presenter button, I can click on that and have that change my power plan or settings on my laptop. In the middle, I have my wireless status indicator. These can also be capacitive as well to disable or enable your wireless networking adapter. So to close it up, what we want to take a look at is some of the LED lights besides these capacitive items at the top, and then of course a power button there with a power light on it. But what we're going to do is take a look at the bottom of my laptop keyboard. I've got my wireless network LED. I've got my power LED for powered on. I got my battery charging indicator LED. My hard disk activity light for my hard drive. Now on the other side, all the way over here, what we'll find is this interesting little contraption. This is going to be a biometric fingerprint scanner, and that is another input device. We can utilize this for authentication. These fingerprint readers can authenticate your laptop when you log in to the operating system, or even used by applications for you to authenticate within an application or on a website that requires special software. Now, with everything we've taken a look at with this laptop, it's going to be different from other laptops that you're going to find, because every vendor and every model are going to be a little bit different. But as you proceed in your journey towards being an IT professional, I hope you feel more comfortable understanding the common input devices and LEDs of a laptop computer.
Bien, hemos visto en este interesante
Hello,
video
everyone.
sobre las funciones particulares de las computadoras portátiles.